Welcome Aquarius, your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 12th of August for the Ascendant, the Sun or the Moon. You can definitely showcase your charisma this week, Aquarius, as Mars and Jupiter reach the peak of a conjunction at the heart of the week. Mars in Gemini, your sister air sign, is a very urgent energy. The fifth house, which Gemini represents, is very playful. Jupiter can be about growth. When the two are together, it really is a case of a lot of extra enthusiasm, determination, willpower, but also a sense that things can work out well. And that's good to hold, but I just want to tell you about a few other influences, not least as the week begins, we have a quarter moon. Whatever you're feeling this week, Aquarius, your feelings are likely to be close to the surface. That quarter moon clashes with your sector of relating. Mercury returns to your sector of relating in its retrograde on Thursday. If there has been something that you've been negotiating about and you've been waiting for some extra information, or even perhaps you've been waiting to receive funds, if you've drawn down some pension or cashed in on a savings policy, waiting for news on a mortgage application, you could get the news at the heart of this week. But equally, whatever you're discussing around relationships has to feel right. And since March 2019, full time, your modern ruler, Uranus, has been stressing your sector of emotions, where you live, your family life, and all of those areas may have been a little bit turbulent at times. And Uranus does square up to the Sun and Mercury in the second half of this week. So whatever you're talking about, it is going to be something that you feel or check out in terms of your emotions and your sense of security. But also that glorious combination between Mars and Jupiter, which peaks on Wednesday, is challenged by your traditional ruler of Saturn. Saturn's in your sector of self-worth, values, and also everyday money. Because the combination of Mars and Jupiter can be so go-ahead in the fifth house, that can be the area of speculation. Now, if you're thinking about investing in something that is a little bit new, maybe you're seeing it as the proverbial side hustle, maybe someone else is enthusing you about how exciting it can be, just use that more traditional side of your nature, which can be a bit more welded to what you know through Saturn, to just be a little bit skeptical about what you're being told. Also, the fifth house can be about romance, but the second house can be about those values. If there's someone you're finding is making your pulse race, but they're very different to you, you're not going to be able to get away from that eventually. So the connection between the Sun and Mercury in your seventh house and moving into the third decan of Jupiter, subruled by the buoyancy of Jupiter, could make you very optimistic about relationships, connections, partnerships. And your enthusiasm and ability to see things in a very dramatic way is also turned up for max. But I feel that what Saturn and Uranus are doing is saying to your two rulers to make sure that things feel right, Uranus, but also match your values, Saturn, and you don't rush a financial decision, Saturn, particularly by the end of this week. Because Venus may be known as the planet of relating, but it's also the planet of loot, and it's in your long-term investment sector, and it is challenged by Saturn at the end of this week, and both forge a T-square to that dynamic duo in Gemini. So however much you chat about something and it seems amazing, whether it's a person you're drawn to, or an exciting project, an investment idea, a business plan, just be aware that those old-fashioned qualities of Saturn, your traditional ruler, can still come back to you in a very positive way, because they're asking you to slow things down, take your time, weigh things up before giving your response by the end of this week. But if you are in any kind of relationship where you don't feel seen, valued, heard, respected, particularly at work, or if in your personal relationship you feel that you put more in, more application, more investment, more time into it than a partner, that also could create a cool point as this week draws to a close. Have a great week, Aquarius. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Please check out my year 2025 personal horoscope forecast special offer with the link beneath this video.